Well, that would have been good to know 6 or 7 hours ago. This is the Triple T truck stop. It's not more than a truck stop. Well, I mean, of course, it's got all your trucker gear. And apparently they've got motel rooms. And they got Wi-Fi. And they got restrooms. I can attest to that. Barbershop, beauty shop, telephones. Sally Sue's gift shop. And Omar's Highway Chef Restaurant. Number 2 on Food Network's top 5 18-wheel meals. Soon to be number 1. Good. Buy, sell, and trade CDs. And, you know, the coffee's good here. All right. So, why don't you keep me company for a bit? Got a little bit to talk about. Well, it's still fresh in my head. Hi, this is William Friedman for the Cross Country Local, and it's an expedition to go from the Atlantic to the Pacific using only local and regional travel. And in today's case, that meant the Los Paisanos bus from El Paso made a quick rest stop in Vado, New Mexico, made a quick shakedown stop at the Customs and Border Patrol checkpoint between Las Cruces and Deming, and then dropped me off here. Everyone else was heading on through to Los Angeles, but this right here, my destination, and there's US 10 in Missouri. We're about to see more of Interstate 10 as I hoof it the mile back where I came from to the Travel Inn, which I would not have booked had I known that there were motel rooms at the Triple T. So it'll take me about 50 minutes to walk there. I won't bore you. If I run out of things to say, I'll just let you all go on your merry ways. However, if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask. Keep me awake for a little bit. I want to say this about... How the hell do I get out of this parking lot? I want to say this about... we got a lot of new people here, so let me just restate. William Friedman, Cross Country Local, an expedition to go from the Atlantic to the Pacific using only local and regional travel. Local and regional, like buses and stuff like that. No Greyhound, no Amtrak, nothing national, just local and, if necessary, regional. So, Los Paisanos is a regional company that takes it really serves only about like 15-16 cities between Kansas City, Missouri, and LA. Maybe 7 or 8 states in there. You're going to Mississippi? No, I'm going from the Atlantic to the Pacific. I crossed the Mississippi River a long time ago. I started out October 19th, and looks like I should be doing this in somewhere under 2 months. I budgeted 2.5 months, but I think I will be home well in advance of Christmas. Alright, so across the street from the Triple T truck stop is yet another truck stop. Oh, in Canada, visiting Tucson for Christmas. Where to go? I'll tell you where not to go. This section's called Littleton. Avoid it the hell out of it. So this is a Pilot brand truck stop. Looks like it's got a lot more going on here. But right when I got off the phone or right when I got off the bus, got a call from the travel inn where I've got accommodations for the night, wondering where the hell I was. So, got to push forward. Come on down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I'd love to. Maybe not so much Mississippi. I've been to Alabama and really enjoyed it. I've always wanted to go to Louisiana. Frankly, I gotta tell you, I've never felt the impetus to visit Mississippi. Not saying I wouldn't. Just hasn't really been on my bucket list. Alright. So getting here was weird. It should be said that on the bus south from Fort Stockton, Texas, through Marfa and Presidio, Texas, I was the only English speaker on the bus. And this is still on the U.S. side, but I was the only one who spoke English as a first language. And I didn't have any trouble. Nobody was anything less than welcoming, helping me get where I was going. People just being people. And everyone seemed to be very competent at their jobs. And then I was going through Mexico, and I was very often the only one on El Camion who spoke any English. So again, my high school Spanish was enough to get me through. Then I get back here into the States, and I'm in El Paso, and I buy a ticket for the Los Paisanos, which means the countrymen, basically means the Mexicans, bus service. And it's going from one spot in the United States to another spot in the United States. So you'd think that language wouldn't be a problem. All right, well, they've got buses leaving like every 15-20 minutes from their station in downtown El Paso, which is where they're headquartered. So I'm walking through their waiting rooms, heading to their baggage area, and and it's like yet another truck stop. I'm walking through their baggage area, and it's about 5:10 after 6. I've got the 6:30 bus that takes me to Tucson, goes on to LA. So I'm in the baggage claim area, and I'm waiting to board the bus, and the baggage claim supervisor. I am so lost. I've got to get onto the roadway. Seems to be all fenced in. So I'm walking. I'm waiting to get on the train, and the guy starts. The baggage supervisor starts talking to us in Spanish, of course, because it is the operative language in that company, and he's trying to give us instructions. I'm trying to follow along best I can, and pretty well. And he's trying to say, the 6:15 bus to Denver, line up here. The 6:30 bus to Los Angeles, just about ready for you, and 7 o'clock bus to Texas and Oklahoma. Please wait back there. And he asks me where I'm going, and I say Tucson, and he tries to get me on the 7 o'clock bus. He's trying to get me out of the way so that the people going other places get there. And he keeps telling me, you want to get on the Oklahoma bus. And I'm thinking, Arizona, Oklahoma, it's two different fucking directions. You're going the opposite way. There is no Tucson, Oklahoma. But I couldn't dissuade this guy. It wasn't a language barrier thing. It was this guy just being so dead set certain that Tucson was in Oklahoma that he was going to make sure I missed my bus to get on the bus that he thought was the right bus. But fortunately, one lady who was bilingual convinced him that Arizona and Oklahoma were different places, and he let me get on my proper bus. So that happened. And, the weird part is, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. That guy could have been the driver. So, fortunately, I've run into nothing but professionalism from the people who actually operate the vehicles. You're in Goodyear? I'm having a shitty year myself. Where's Goodyear? Well, I didn't get too far. Okay. Yeah, there's the Triple T again. Okay. Now I'm going to try it on the other side of this wire mesh fence. And just walk along. Where are you? I am somewhere along the U.S.-Mexican border where more people speak Spanish than English, or as Donald Trump would say it, the sixth circle of hell. No, I am in Littleton, Arizona, which is just outside of Tucson, Arizona. Littleton, Arizona. Nothing here but truck stops and the airport. Now, I've already mentioned how badly I have chosen in selecting the motel that I'm now hiking towards with a full backpack, because I didn't know the truck stop. Oh, where am I from? New York. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I live in New York now. So, and it's getting cold here. It gets cold in the desert overnight. So yeah, this was, I'm going to the closest motel to the Triple T, which is where I knew I was going to get dropped off. I didn't know the Triple T had its own motel rooms. That would have been good to know. But I woke up this morning luxuriating at the DoubleTree in El Paso. It's really a nice hotel. Yeah, I think I just crossed 3,000 miles. Anyway, I was going to burn the last of my Hilton points by spending this night at the DoubleTree at the Tucson airport. And that didn't work out too well, because I called them. I checked them out online, and they said online that they had local transportation. I figured, great, it's an airport hotel. It's got to have a shuttle bus, and if it goes to the airport, it's got to go to the truck stop. It's only actually a mile farther away from the property than the airport is. So I call, and the desk clerk says no, and I said, well, I'm not sure how firm and no that is. Is that because if they were to pick me up at the truck stop, it would break some kind of of state law or corporate regulation or whatever? Or is it just management discretion? And basically the rule was they can't go more than 3 miles from the property, and the truck stop is 4 miles from the property. So I figured, okay, let me just talk to a manager, see what I can work out. So they keep me on hold for almost 10 minutes, waiting for a manager who never picks up. And then they say, well, let's take your number. And then a half hour later, the manager doesn't call back. And I call them. I said, oh no, she's still busy. I said, okay. So then I had to make a decision. And the decision was, I was going to go to hotels.com and pick up, and just pick the nearest hotel to where I'm being dropped off that hotels.com has heard of, which was, a scotch over a mile away. A 20-minute walk. That's not a problem. So I booked this travel inn here along the interstate, and 5 minutes after I pull the trigger on that, DoubleTree calls back. Oh, thanks, I could use some arts. So DoubleTree calls back, and they gave me a sob story about why they couldn't do it, and about, well, if they'd only known, they'd, she herself would have in her own personal vehicle. There was something rustling in the grass there, I don't want to know. But she picked me up herself, and I said, no, thanks. And here I am. I'm a Hilton Gold member. I've been so for 20 years. And at this point, lady, I would rather stay at the Travel Inn by the truck stop than the DoubleTree by the airport. So now I am living those brave words. Okay. All right, I'm going to just put you down for a minute here on this signpost, because I've got to get some gloves on. Enjoy the view of the night sky. I'm still here. I just got to put hat and gloves on, because there are parts of my body I'm not feeling anymore. Fortunately, I'm wearing long johns. Oh, God. It's a clear night, just a cold one. Give me one more minute, folks. Hardest part about putting gloves on when your hands are already cold is that you can't feel the gloves. Hello? Still with me? That was, Hi, I'm still here. That was just a truck going by. Can't guarantee that's not going to happen again, so let me just hurry up here. Also helps if you can tell left from right. I must be awfully damn sleepy. Okay, you guys still with me? All right, next stop is the Travel Inn, somewhere between Tucson, Arizona and Helen, gone in the middle of the desert. It could have been worse, as I keep saying, because at least the bus I found answered a question of how I was going to get between Las Cruces and Tucson, which I figured, hi, well, good luck to you, sir. I get some sleep, I will follow. Yes, please follow me here on Periscope. Invite your friends. Follow on Facebook. Cross Country Local on Facebook. And hashtag XC Local, that's X-Ray Charlie Local, on Instagram and Twitter. Yes, I am walking along the frontage road of I-10 in the eastern exurbs of Tucson to get to my hotel. In the night. Yes, wearing dark clothes. But in another 5 minutes, I should be at my hotel. Okay, for those of you tuning in late, my name's William Friedman. I am a freelance journalist on an expedition to become the first person to cross the United States from the Atlantic to the Pacific using only local and regional transit. And my adventure for today was... Oh, yeah, there I am. My adventure for today was that I took the Los Paisanos regional bus from El Paso to Tucson, and now I've just got to walk back a few hundred more yards to my hotel, which I think I'm beginning to see at the end of my vision here. Where do I sleep? I've slept a lot of places. I've slept more places than George fucking Washington on this trip. I've stayed at 5-star hotels. I've stayed on stoners' couches. I've stayed in friends' homes. I have stayed at bed and breakfasts. I've camped out. A little bit of everything. Some strip motels favored by truckers. I gotta tell you, I felt bad walking away from that one. How do I finance? I'm glad you asked. First of all, I do have a corporate sponsor, Echo Lane, who've done a great job helping me get outfitted. I've got a call tomorrow with another possible in a second. Another possible corporate sponsor. More on that if it comes to be. And lastly, I've got a GoFundMe site. If you go to GoFundMe.com and look for the Cross Country Local campaign, you'll find a way that you yourself can help me out. I've have friends, family, and total strangers who've all kicked in anywhere from $20 to $500, whatever they feel comfortable with, to help defray my expenses. So again, that's... I'm poor as shit. I'm getting there, my friend. Okay, anyway, I am running low on battery, and my destination is in sight. So again, William Friedman, Cross Country Local, an expedition across the United States using only local and regional transit. Be the first person to do that. Follow me here on Periscope. Real quick. I started in West Hempstead, New York. That's on Long Island. I started on the Nassau County bus a block from my house. Took that to the end, which was 2 blocks from the start of the New York subway system. And from there I was off to the races. So again, William Friedman, Cross Country Local. Follow me on Periscope. Invite your friends to follow me on Periscope. And follow me on Facebook. There's a community page called Cross Country Local. You can follow me on... hold on. You can follow... walking to my hotel here in the eastern reaches of the Tucson, Arizona area. Anyway, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, it's hashtag XCLocal. That's X-Ray Charlie Local for Cross Country Local. Last time I'm answering this, Cross Country Local is an expedition to be the first person to cross the United States from the Atlantic to the Pacific using only local and regional transit. No Uber, no Greyhound, no Amtrak. And with that, I'm just about out of battery. I'm just about out of places I gotta walk. So good night, everyone, and I will see you along the route.